You guys have been on a few dates and you're really starting to connect. But every time you try to escalate, she resists and pushes you away. What the hell is going on? What I'm about to tell you is pure gold. And if you say these few simple sentences, it'll get her to drop her inhibitions, start thinking about sex, and even frame you as a sex expert. What's up, guys? This is Josiah Prise with The Attractive Man, and this is how to get her to sleep with you fast.
I'm Matt.
Many boot camps encourage men to be assertive.
My name's Josiah.
Josiah is a master at day game.
Loved it.
4, 6, 7.
We've done all the testing, we know what works.
First, I want to warn you, this isn't a way to trick girls into bed and that all sex should be consensual and a mutually gratifying experience for everyone. But here's the deal. Most girls have what I like to call an anti-slut defense. Number one, they don't want their friends to judge them. Number two, they don't want you to judge them. And number three, they don't want to feel judged or a slut themselves. Matter of fact, she thinks that it's better to give you blue balls than to give it up in some cases. See, even the term give it up insinuates that she's losing something by having sex with you. Man, society really screwed things up for us. If you show her that it's okay to be sexual around you, she's gonna feel more comfortable moving the relationship forward. Okay, let's check out this live demonstration. The first thing you're gonna wanna do is start off with bringing up a sexual topic. I usually do this by accusing her of being a naughty girl. You can do that by telling her to stop looking at you because she's a naughty girl, or to stop drinking her drink that way because she's a naughty girl. It doesn't actually matter. You can accuse her of just about anything. You have to stop looking at me like that.
Like what?
Like a naughty girl. Yeah. I know all girls have a naughty girl side.
Really?
I'm gonna go into basically a sexual fact section where I start talking about a woman's body and anatomy versus a guy's anatomy, and how the nerves and how pleasure actually works for a man and a woman. What this does is it creates basically a frame that you're very knowledgeable about sex and you have an idea of what you're doing, or a good idea of what you're doing. Yeah, I mean, think about it. Women are way more sexual than men. I mean, you have a part of your body that's only this big that has 8,000 nerves on it, and its only use is for pleasure. While a man, you know, we have like 4,000 nerves, like half that, over a much larger area, and ours does way more than just have sex. And women, they can have up to like 8 to 10 orgasms a night, where a man, you know, can only have like 3 or 4. On top of it, women can have up to 4 different types of orgasms. So after you list some sexual facts, you're gonna grab her hand and give her an example of 4 different types of orgasms that a girl can have. There's a lot of things that's actually happening inside this. It's not just about showing her you're knowledgeable, it's about actually touching her. And when you create a visual and a physical anchor, so she believes that her hand is an example of her vagina, when you actually rub it and play with it, she's going to get the same imagery in her head and visualization in her head as if you were actually touching her down there. So it's really good to know how to rub it and know how you're gonna turn a girl on to start with. Like, don't go in there and just straight finger blast her and that type of shit, because that just never works out right. Yeah, let me see your hand.
Are you sure?
Yeah, make a fist. So first you have the clit, where 8,000 nerves are. And then you have inside and up in your G-spot. And then you have all the way in, you have the deep spot. And if you go in and down, you have the A spot. It's just unfortunate that like society judges you so much for being so sexual. I mean, like if I was asleep with like 100 girls, my friends would call me a rock star and think I'm the man. But if people found out that you slept with like 100 men, you know, they might call you a slut or a whore. It's just so unfair how society judges you. It is about making her feel comfortable with sex. It basically just frames that you're non-judgmental about her having sex. And it doesn't frame it with an outright like, hey, I'm not gonna judge you if you sleep with me. It makes you sound more authentic about like society being fucked up. And it's really not fair that, you know, girls get judged, and actually is what fucks most of us from actually getting fucked. There you have it, an awesome technique that gives her permission to be sexual, explore her sexuality with you, and all while being judgment-free. You know, one time my Uncle Ben told me,
with great power comes great responsibility.
And by being responsible, I mean you're responsible for her in bed. Don't mislead her. If you're a two-pump chump, then you should watch our other videos on YouTube and subscribe to our academy so you know exactly what to do in bed. By the way, the Naughty Girls routine is just one way to escalate the interaction and get her to start thinking about sex. We created a free escalation cheat sheet with our best ways to create sexual tension, turn her on, and escalate in the bedroom. It's filled with advanced escalation techniques that'll help you turn platonic, friendly interactions into a more sexual rip your clothes off type of vibe. This is super useful when you're talking to a girl and it's going nowhere. Click on the image in the bottom right of this video to download the free escalation worksheet, or check the description below. Get it, man. You're gonna want it handy before you go on your next date. Also, if you're not subscribed, punch that subscribe button. And if you personally want to train with us, check out our boot camp schedule. Until that next video, I'm Josiah Prise, the Attractive Man.